All right, everybody, and we are here live for the Quack-12 podcast. I thought I was joined by my host Aaron Schroeder, but I can't seem to find him. I just see this horrifying screen.
Yeah, I'm right here.
That's terrible.
What a bit. What a bit.
That's a good bit. The Ducks will not be playing today, Aaron. It's a bummer. Your bit was awesome. Your bit was hysterical.
Yeah, you just dive right into the bad news, don't you, bro?
Rip the Band-Aid off, man.
Boom.
We should. We should be talking about how the Ducks are about to take on the VCU Rams, which I had some fun facts for. We were about to get into how awesome a player named Bones Highland is, but nope, he is not playing. Because the NCAA came out with this official statement. Will you allow me to read it for you, Aaron?
Please do. Please do. I need to hear it.
Let me properly bum you out. The NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Committee has declared the VCU Oregon game scheduled for Saturday night at Indiana Farmers Coliseum a no contest because of COVID-19 protocols. This decision was made in consultation with the Marion County Public Health Department. As a result, Oregon will advance to the next round of the tournament. The NCAA and the committee regret that VCU's student athletes and coaching staff will not be able to play in a tournament in which they earned the right to participate. Because of privacy issues, we cannot provide further details. So, I mean, it doesn't feel like a win, but the results are the same. We go on to the second round. Aaron, what are your thoughts on this?
Really wish we would have had that game.
Really wish we would have had that game. Especially after watching Iowa. It would have been nice to get challenged beforehand. No Duck fan is happy about this.
Look.
Yeah.
It kind of theoretically in the moment spoils the event.
Aaron, I can't take you seriously with 10 errands behind you. Will you find a more appeasing, something that'll take me back to the nostalgia of my video arcade days or something? You know what I mean?
Well, you don't like this? I thought it was so good.
It's so much of you. I already get so much of you in a. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Because that's what March Madness is like. It's like Frogger.
Oh boy,
apparently.
I tell you. Yeah, so it just kind of ruins the whole thing, honestly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For a little bit. Like,
imagine
being at the Olympics, everybody's competing and having, doing the thing, and then judges come to you and they say, for X, Y, and Z, you're going to go ahead and move on to the next round. You don't have to worry about this one. And you're like, what? Why?
It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right. I mean, I get why. So that's a bad example. But you know what? It feels fucked.
Well, so we'll be playing against the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Iowa Hawkeyes kicked butt, especially they did it basically exactly the way everyone knew they were going to do that. And that is by Luka Garza just dominating. 33 minutes, 24 points, 6 rebounds. And then not only that, but like the rest of his team, including his bench, just did amazingly. And they have such awesome height on their team. And that is going to be a tough matchup. It really hurts the Ducks not playing that first round.
Yes.
I mean, VCU could have won. I'll even say that. Rams were actually pretty good and like they matched up decently. And if we had a bad night, who knows? But it is unfortunate that we didn't get that kind of first game to really get our feathers wet. Yeah, it blows. That being said, we decided not. Yeah, what's that?
It's just, I'm curious if we would have gone past the first round.
Who knows? We'll never know.
If we just immediately lose in this next one, it's just going to be like,
it's going to feel.
I don't know. I mean, you've only just told me, so I've only had like 30 minutes ish to really, sit down with this whole thing. So my emotions are conflicting each other. There's an internal struggle, and it is tough for me to think about.
I'll tell you one thing that's awesome. We didn't blow the Pac-12's win streak in March Madness so far. Because what I'm talking about is UCLA. UCLA had to play the play-in game, right?
Right.
So they played a couple days ago, and they played against Michigan State, and they beat Michigan State. They had to rally back from double digits down, and they actually are able to beat them in overtime.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. And so now they're playing BYU, and we decided to cover BYU because let's get into it. So UCLA, first of all, they win. Then Oregon State beats Tennessee for an upset. It was fantastic. Oregon State is one of the many darlings of this March Madness,
right?
And then we also had USC just blew the doors off Drake, which definitely helped my bracket. And then,
anybody can blow the doors off Drake. He's a terrible rapper.
Yeah, it was just Drake out there too. It was Drake versus.
5 versus 1, no competition.
Yeah, and Colorado apparently, so Georgetown is so beloved because Patrick Ewing, right? And that makes sense because the dude rules, and Georgetown is fun to root for. But the number one pick for an upset, because you got to choose an upset in your bracket somewhere, right? What's the point of going completely all chalk? The number one upset picked was Colorado versus Georgetown, and McKinley Wright and the Buffs just bowled them over. It was not even close.
Awesome.
It was quite dominant. So I was very worried that the Ducks were going to be the first team to break the Pac-12 win streak right now. However, they are not. I mean, they didn't lose. They didn't lose.
Boy, I tell you, what does it mean?
It feels like a loss. What does it mean?
What does it mean? You try to get this. This is it. I just keep saying. I'm going to say it again because I think it's the truth. I'm trying to be in the spirit of, a healthy competition.
Yeah.
And we don't get to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's rough. It's just
but
like
we get
football.
to move forward.
It's a lot like football, isn't it?
I don't know how I feel about that.
Like we benefit from it, but I mean, we certainly don't want it. I would rather have we have played UW last year, whatever. Oregon State was a lot of fun to watch, got to say. I want to get further than them. It's unfortunate that we leapfrogged to the first one. See, there's another play on your background. Leapfrog. Frogger.
You're good. You're good.
So if we're talking about Iowa, Luka Garza just came off of a 24-point game, but also Joe Weiskamp, 16 points. Jordan Bohannon, I think that's his name. Sorry, Hawkeye fans, 13 points. And then Keegan Murray, 13 points. They just have so much height that I am horrified of. And a big part of it was us being like looking into it. The generic conversation was like, well, Garza's the best. They're a one-man team. Their bench just had a really good showing against, I don't know, an Antelopes team, a team that was in March Madness. So I'm a little bit nervous with that. That being said, it looks like UCLA is starting to play here. Oh. Who do you got? You think UCLA is going to keep the Pac-12 win streak going?
God, I hope so.
I hope so too.
Here's the thing. Because there's a bit of a spoiler on ours.
Yeah.
I just want the Pac-12 to be very successful in this whole thing. That's it. This dude, is that UCLA's coach?
I think we're on different times. I'm on Paramount Plus. I wanted to try this out because they're pitching. So this is kind of a product review too, people. So I'm watching the live game because CBS, I guess, is attached to Paramount. I certainly know, like SpongeBob is. SpongeBob's got his freaking face everywhere on this thing.
Yeah.
SpongeBob apparently owns Paramount. That's what it looks like. So right now I'm looking at Mark Pope, the coach of BYU. Ironic because they're not fans of the Pope. They don't believe in the Pope. So hopefully they believe in their coach though. And then we got Mick Cronin, baby.
Boop. Okay.
Man.
I just got jump ball. So however far behind you are.
Okay, we'll see. so one thumb down so far.
This is going to be hilarious. Yeah. So who's UCLA got that I should be trying to pay attention to?
Well, I didn't actually. I should have been looking at the starting lineups. We've got their. The big question was whether their star player was going to be playing. Johnny Juzang, who was a big reason why they won last game. He's number 3. There he is. Okay, hell yeah. Yeah, so he's out there. No, I know he isn't. That's BYU. Yeah, there he is. Okay.
There he is. I see him.
I see him. The fact that he's out is a big deal. I mean, the fact that he's in the game should really help UCLA's chances because he was the only reason why they stormed back. Meanwhile, Gonzaga only up by 3, it says. That's pretty, I would love. We have a friend.
Wait a second.
A big Gonzaga fan.
Time out.
What's that?
Gonzaga,
yes.
Gonzaga are playing right now?
Yeah, they're playing too.
Let's switch to that game.
This is Pac-12, but we can do double duty here. Whatever you want. It's March Madness, baby.
We have a tighter connection to Gonzaga than we do UCLA, I believe.
That's not true because UCLA is in the Pac-12, baby. I want to see if the streak keeps going.
Literal family with Gonzaga, though.
Yeah, but Gonzaga's in Washington, so as far as I'm concerned, burn it all down.
Woo! Ooh, that's good.
This will be interesting. I would love if UCLA just like goes on a 20-0 run. Then we go over to the Gonzaga game. I say, see what's happening over there. Check in with our friend Kyle. See if he's having a meltdown yet. Another thing that would be worthy of looking at, my friend, is the Quack-12 bracket. See how that's doing.
Okay.
Let's just talk about. Yeah, I'll tell you how you're doing. Have you been keeping up with it at all?
No.
Where you're at? Okay. Well, right now I am tied for 6th place. Bill Walton. I made some good take. Let me grab my phone. It'll be easier to see that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Hello, the back of Adam's head.
I'm here. First of all, I was really pimping
Did you get your phone?
Yeah, I got my phone. I was really talking about this. Just wanted to show this off.
Oh, sure. You need
for all the
to
loyal
every
listeners.
episode.
Yeah. Right now, it looks like you are really hurting. You are tied for like 14th, along with like 6 other people.
You said I was doing great.
You were doing great like 24 hours ago, but a lot of basketball has taken place since then.
Oh boy. Well,
I'll tell you how.
To be honest,
mm-hmm.
I didn't know I didn't know about a single team, not a one.
You just followed your heart?
I went full, not even heart, just gut instinct.
Well, let's see how your gut did. We'll look at you here.
All right.
Oh, I've actually also fallen, so that's not good. We'll find you. Your name is To the Bucket. You were tied for 9th. Your biggest faults were, first of all, you're saying Gonzaga's going to win, just like everyone. You said Oklahoma's going to win. You got that right. You said UCSB was going to win, which was wrong.
I don't know who that is.
This is the best part. You called the underdog. You called the 13 seed Ohio beating Virginia, 4 seed Virginia. So that's a major upset you calls. You called USC and Kansas. My man, USC is looking pretty good. They got some like NBA talent on their team. Evan Mobley is someone who I think actually can drag his team to the finish line.
Yeah, why do I know that name? That's so weird.
Well, we played them this season. I'm sure we talked about it.
Oh, okay.
When they kicked our butts.
Sure. Okay, that must be it.
Meanwhile, UCLA is up 5-0. That is solid. That's exactly what I want to see.
Yeah. What's your time clock say?
My time clock? Well, now I'm not seeing it off the screen. It is off the screen. I'm watching a replay of James really going for it. 17:15 is where I'm at. Paramount Plus is kind of lagging here.
16:43 is what I just hit.
That's not too bad then.
30
Paramount
seconds.
Plus, all right. It's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely worth the free trial if you need like access to CBS. I'll say that much.
I mean,
I have it on my TV.
Like good movies. They've been around since the beginning of movies.
If you love,
so they have movies.
Yeah.
If you just binged hard for a month, I'd say it's probably worth it. But it's $10 a month.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely
get that down to 7, and I'll see you there.
I'm definitely going to cancel it. Gonzaga is pulling away. Of course they are. 22-13.
Cougars just scored 3.
I'm looking for your biggest upsets that you called, because that's really what you want. Because you went for a lot of upsets. That was your real problem.
Well, it's not that I went for them. It's just...
One thing is, the thing that really screwed you, my friend.
Yeah.
You had Ohio State going all the way to the title game. You had them going all the way.
Aren't they good, though?
Supposedly they were good, but guess what? They lost in the very first round. It's by far been the biggest upset. Well, I guess it's happened before too. Yeah, they were a 2 seed. They lost to a 15 seed. Woo! They lost to Oral Roberts. Have you ever heard of Oral Roberts?
Where's that?
I don't even know, actually, but that's the Cinderella team of so far. But that is terrible for your bracket. That means your title game out in the first one. So sorry, my friend.
That's
by the way,
final game.
Yeah, the title game's the final game. You said they were going all the way.
Shit.
And you're out, buddy. Basically.
Well, because I also said Oregon's going to go all the way because...
Yeah, so you're still in...
Because I'm a fan.
But, yeah.
But...
Bad take.
I don't think they're going to actually go all the way.
Well, at least they're going to go farther than Ohio State, I can tell you that much.
Shit.
Oh,
well, you know.
By the way, last year's winner, you promised a lifetime supply of pickles, and you have not delivered.
You never told me who won.
Christina did.
Did she really?
Mm-hmm. And actually, she's in
Maybe I did know that.
I think she's ranked second in the bracket right now, so she could totally have a back-to-back win.
Now, does she go in with as much knowledge as you, or as much knowledge as me, or somewhere in the middle?
I don't think she goes into it with as much knowledge as you, which is to say no knowledge at all. But she does way more research than I do, even, I would say. She really like the week before, she'll really crank up read all the ESPN shit and stuff like that.
So she's a cheater.
She's not a cheater. Reading?
Sounds like a cheater.
Okay, there we go. A little taller now. This is what the audience loves. Okay, so you didn't call either of those, and that's really what screwed you. Is you got Ohio State going. Other than that, yeah, you did especially bad. I'll say that much.
I mean, it's going to get worse, right? I'm just going to be going down.
You've got the women's basketball bracket in, though, and that is good. That hasn't happened yet, so you still got a chance there.
Well, okay, enough about me. Who gives a shit? We all know I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm. You want to know how I did?
Yeah, I want to know how you're doing, and then I just want to know who the top 3 are.
Okay, so right now, oh my gosh, actually, let's get into who the top 1 is. Top 1 tied, actually, it's a 3-way tie for first place right now, so that's perfect. Con Ryle, who I have no idea who that is, has a lot of points though. 220 points. That's a lot of good picks. Tied with Christinky's Choices, whose last time's winner, Christina. So she's already going.
What an amazing username, Christinky's Choices.
Yeah, and then we got ESPN Fan, which is kind of boring, but whatever.
Now, these are people that are connected through the Twitter?
These are people that signed up for our Quack-12 bracket challenge on ESPN.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we actually have 29 entries. 29 entries. And everyone can only send in one. We wanted it to be really cut through that way.
I noticed that...
Look at this.
Gonzaga's over?
No, Christina's telling you, yeah, I won.
Oh, I always see KM,
and
I immediately think Kyle Madison.
See that? It's called research.
Cheater.
Well, she knows how to cheat then. Okay, so now let me get into... I currently am tied for 9th place, but I'm very close. I'm only 10 points behind first place. It's a neck and neck race with everyone.
Yeah.
My favorite
call
with who? That I did. With everybody, basically. Let's see these. I'll read some of these usernames. Questionable Choices, Herd Fan 1313, D's Almonds, like D's Nuts.
Sure.
ESPN Not So Super Fan. Shout out to you. Rob JD, Senda Berenson's Bracket, Megs, and then myself. My name is Bill Walton, of course, because in this bracket, I think I've got Oregon versus Oregon State in the title game. So.
And where's Huffle Ducks?
Huffle Ducks, Huffle Fucks, right?
Huffle Ducks.
Well, I don't see Huffle Ducks. I see Huffle Fucks in here. I'm not even joking.
I thought that was Huffle Ducks from our last time, the Harry Potter fan that came on.
I don't know, but I do have the women's bracket here, but they haven't played yet, so
right.
It'll be fun. Which, by the way, bad news on the women's basketball front. I'll get into that.
Oh boy, here we go.
I know, just what you wanted to hear.
Yep.
Well, do you want the uplifting news first, or do you want the kind of a bummer news?
No, give me the bad news so that way I can see how good the good news actually is.
Okay, bad news. It sounds like 3 players outside of Tahina Paopao, who's not playing until at least April. 3 players, my man, have played limited numbers in practice. So, they're being a little tender because something's up. Those players are very important because we got Niara Sabali, who's the leading rebounder and leading point scorer. So that's rough. Jazz Shelley, who's made some starts, who's crucial, especially if Paopau's not playing. And then, of course, Taylor Chavez. Taylor Chavez also seeing limited minutes. Now, luckily, Kelly Graves said that he expects 2 of the 3. He doesn't know which 2, but he expects like the majority of them to be ready to play. So there's that against South Dakota.
I'm not going to think that that's anything too serious.
Yeah, it may not be too serious.
They're practicing limitedly before a giant tournament to ensure safety of the player.
Ooh, I didn't mean to send that. Don't look at that. Is it Bruins 9, Cougs 5 right now?
12-5. UCLA just scored again.
Hell yeah. Aaron, don't you see why this is good for us? Why rooting for the Quack-12 is a good thing? I mean, for the Pac-12 is a good thing?
Yes.
You don't like it. I think you're one of those salty fans, Aaron, and I don't blame you.
Is there ever? I assume that at some point it's very possible that 2 Pac-12 teams could face each other.
That's what I want. The Ducks could play USC, I think is the first one, which is kind of bullshit that they put us in the same bracket like that. Because because it would have been better if they planned it so it's like it's possible for a Pac-12 team, I don't know. Maybe that's me being too much of a homer. But I'll pull up the possibility here. Bill Walton. Okay. So if
USC the coach,
if USC beats Kansas, then if the Ducks beat Iowa, 2 big ifs, then they will meet in the Sweet 16, USC versus Oregon.
Wow.
Pretty badass. And, USC blew the doors off. Like, they really kicked our butts in Eugene last time we played. So,
yeah,
I'd be worried.
And that's what you want.
Being worried, I guess.
No,
so.
That game, that opponent.
Game. I think so. That's what I want. So, I got to say, Paramount Plus, I'm not liking how far behind it is.
Yeah, you're so far behind. You're missing, really, I mean, you're not going to miss it. You're going to see it, but there's no ability for me to talk about anything because
please do.
I don't even know how to, because I'll say something and then you'll be like, I have no idea what you mean. Well, 30 seconds later, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it.
I have one other option to watch stuff that I will not talk about. It's certainly not an illegal thing, but it's I
mean, the mere fact that you brought that part up makes it seem like it is.
Oh, no. Aaron, on the record, I want to say this is totally by legal means the thing that I'm going to watch, and I'm going to see if it's faster than Paramount Plus, because it's kind of bullshit. Sometimes we'll see. What's the score right now for the?
It's not on the screen.
Okay.
Excellent defending by UCLA though. 12-10.
I think the saddest.
And we're in commercial break.
12-10 is that we can't be watching the same commercials. That's like my favorite part.
Really?
Okay, I'll get into it. 1 second. I think Paramount Plus is faster than what I'm looking at, so never mind. I have a theory about the commercials, Aaron.
Oh boy. Okay, let's hear it.
Not quite a conspiracy theory, just a general marketing theory about it. So I think March Madness basically are the commercials that, like the cool, edgy commercials that used to be on the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? You know how the Super Bowl used to have that vibe of like, they really got to try to get your attention. They've got to, they got to like really be the funniest one or the saddest one. Like there was a real competition. And then when we watched the Super Bowl, they sucked. It was really bad commercials this year, wasn't it? Would you agree with that? Overall,
I wouldn't totally disagree with it, but I have a slightly different perspective.
Okay, well, that's my perspective.
I agree with your. I think I'm going to build off your concept. I agree because
we'll stop right there then. No,
March Madness has become a commodity. It's a period of time when sales go up because it's a big adventurous thing. Because of that, it does make it, therefore it's hard, right? Because you're like, well, what makes a really funny commercial that's good for March Madness, but isn't going to be better than a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
What I have noticed with the Super Bowl commercial changes, there's a ton more celebrities.
Yeah, and I think that really
now
it. Yeah.
You're right. Old school Super Bowl commercials have moved to like every other event, right? That's like, we can market this event. We can sell this event.
So, Aaron,
and the Super Bowl has just become, well, to ensure it's always better, we'll just always have Nick Offerman or somebody in a commercial.
Shaka Khan or like
basically commercials have been like, what celebrity can we get that'll match the musician on the halftime show?
Like Rick Astley will come out and like we'll do a weird Rick Roll-esque thing or something like that.
Sure.
So that's a very good point. And
it's your point, but just a slightly different way of
Well, and the other thing I'm thinking about is because Super Bowl, there's so much more pressure on each commercial because like only the richest, giantest things can afford to get a Super Bowl commercial.
Exactly.
And they don't want to take a risk. That's why they will get like a celebrity and be like, just them being in it. They don't have to do anything crazy.
Exactly.
They don't want to take a risk. But this, because
the more normal they are, the better the commercial is.
Well, yeah, and because March Madness is on different channels, so it's not less viewers, still a ton of viewers, but less viewers per channel.
Interesting. That's right.
Then I think the commercials have a little less pressure and they can be a little bit like more fun or just unique or whatever. I've liked the commercial experience.
Yeah, it's also too the Super Bowl. Everybody watches that. So you can't be too crazy because you don't want to piss any one person off. So you just slap celebrities in, and it's like, oh, look how odd a celebrity is just having a normal day.
And people will still be pissed off.
Possibly.
Will be furious.
But in March Madness, I mean, there's a pretty specific demographic that is interested in March Madness.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the commercials reflect that.
You'll see. I mean, it's a pretty beloved thing. I'm loving this shit right now. It's the greatest competition in the world. I wish there was a little more Bill Walton in it, but at the same time, it's pretty nice to get a break from Bill Walton. I'm telling you, man. So this is not a sponsorship. It should.
I've turned around on him. I think I'm with you. I think I'm back with you. I think I've fallen back in love with him.
Nice. I heard him on. He had a really good interview on Comedy Bang Bang. If you're a friend. If you're interested in Bill Walton, he went on this interesting podcast where they talk to interesting people. It's a really good interview. I really recommend it. I've
never heard of that.
Oh, it's good. It's kind of like an NPR kind of thing, but a little more like, a little more prestigious. Right now I'm at 14-10. What's your score here? I'm seeing
14-10.
Yeah.
But my game clock is at 9-4-0.
I'm at 10-24. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily it's not a Ducks game. I was prepared to watch something on TBS or TNT relatively in time, but CBS is a little harder.
Well, what's on those other stations? Maybe we should switch up.
Switch up?
I mean, come on. Well, this is actually a pretty tight game. 14-10. BYU is staying a little bit closer than I kind of expected, to be honest.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a lot better than freaking Gonzaga. I tell you that.
Okay.
Much.
Well, then I'm not going to complain about our time differences anymore. I'm just going to say amazing things about amazing people.
Yeah, like Bill Walton style. Yeah.
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 Who's number one on UCLA? He's at the line currently.
Oof. Let me see. I got the roster pulled up here.
Drained at 16-10. Okay, I've been wanting
Jules
to say this
Bernard.
forever.
Jules Bernard. He's very good. He is one of their leading scorers. He's getting 10.4 points per game, baby.
I mean, he looks dangerous out there.
I like him.
Whoa, there's a crowd.
Dude, if the goddamn it's not too big of a crowd, really. It's not bad. Yeah, the VCU Rams situation is pretty interesting because it was like, if it was before Tuesday, they would have had a replacement team ready to go. But they tested within the most recent 48 hours. And then I think they tested again 3 hours ago, and it just didn't pass. And there was multiple people on their team. So I guess it's clearly a good thing we didn't play. That's for sure.
So what does that mean? Did they get it from another team?
They got it. I mean, we don't really know too much. I think just some players had it because they were clear when they played their tournament championship game not too long ago, like a week ago. They were testing. They were totally fine to play.
And where are they from?
The VCU. Right? How come I never? Oh yeah, Virginia Commonwealth University.
Interesting. You're telling me some random spot in Virginia.
Please don't blame the players for getting COVID. It's pretty classless.
I'm just saying, sometimes you can say you tested, but you don't have to always test.
There we go. Gonzaga's just kicking ass, of course. I would have loved to see them upset because there's so many people in the Quack-12 bracket that have Gonzaga winning the whole thing. And if that didn't happen, then I would be there now.
I just assumed, I guess, by joining the bracket that you're supposed to put Oregon's path in. Like, who did you put?
I have two brackets. I have one for Quack-12 podcast, and I have one for Addicted to Quack.
Right, Addicted to Quack is the real one.
Well, yeah, actually, it is real. So,
yeah,
in the fake one, in the Quack-12 one, I have Oregon versus Oregon State.
It's not a fake; it's just for fun.
Not only that, but I have the Ducks winning because you have to do the score. Winning 420 to 69. So that's a little unrealistic. And I also have in my final four, Oregon, Colorado, Oregon State. So 3 Pac-12 teams and Ohio State. So I'm fucked there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let me see your final four. I'm intrigued.
Who knows?
This is Aaron's final four.
The final four. Okay, I've been waiting to say this forever.
And
I'm going to say it.
Okay.
The UCLA coach, when he puts on his mask.
Yeah.
This is going to be technically, this is an insensitive comment I'm about to make.
Okay, this will be good.
But he looks like a turtle. When he has his mask on, he looks exactly like the kind of cartoon turtle you want to be best friends with,
It helps it helps that he's bald, right? And then I think his cap is his mask is white, right?
No, it's blue.
Oh, no, it's blue. I'm seeing him. But
it's literally
it looks like a turtle.
Just the arch of the nose of the bridge.
He absolutely looks like a turtle. This is a game, boy.
Yeah,
holy shit, Gonzaga. Holy shit, Gonzaga.
16. What?
Sorry. I got your final four here. I want to read it for you.
Oh, yes.
Because this is really it. Your Ohio State's out, but maybe if you get the rest of your final four good, you could win the whole thing. This is your only shot, really.
What do I get if I win?
Lifetime supply of pickles. Let's see.
Perfect. Yeah.
Oregon, possible. Florida State, still possible. They won. Ohio State, no. And Houston, I don't think they've played yet tonight. I'll be excited for that. And Texas is playing pretty soon too.
I am not joking. I remember having Houston go all the way.
You should have.
For no other reason than just I love Houston.
You a big fan of Houston? You spent a lot of time in Houston?
Not a whole lot, but it was the first spot where I experienced going to punk rock shows.
Oh my.
On like a larger level.
That sounds
Not
great.
just like, buddies playing at the Civic Center, but like this is a legitimate club.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Fitzgerald's, and there's multiple floors, and every floor has a show.
Yeah.
And you could just pang through them if you wanted to, and it was just awesome. And it stayed with my buddy lived with his grandparents there. They had satellite TV, so we would watch M2, which was MTV2 in the beginning, and then sneak tequila shots, go to Fitzgerald's.
There you go.
Watch
punk rock all night.
Yeah, and then head home.
Nice. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Man, I wish we were talking about the Ducks right now. I got to say that.
Oh, my God. I know.
Nothing against your story, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just filling time until when is our game? Monday?
Our game is Monday. I should look up the time, actually. It's a great idea.
Right. And so women is tomorrow.
Women are tomorrow. Well, no. Women are Monday. We're doing double duty. I need to figure out what time.
Wow. That thing that we theorized might become a reality.
It says, to be decided. God damn it. For the men's team, to be decided.
All right. So both are on Monday.
Hey, by the way, let's see. Women play at 7 p.m.
Right.
Hopefully, I would almost like it if they both played at the same time, especially if they just dominate and win. That would be fun.
Because you don't want to have to do double duty live streams.
There's that, but there's also just going back and forth would be fun as hell.
Yeah.
I think.
You could also.
It's a game, man. 21-17.
Yeah. I'm in a commercial break.
I'm just going to commercial break.
Okay.
I don't know, Paramount Plus, get your shit together.
Honestly, what I think would be cool is if they were in a row. So men end up playing right before women.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like a Super Bowl live stream. We just
keep
4 hours.
Baby. Yeah. That'd be nuts, but it'd be fun. So yeah, I've been living the freaking March Madness dream. Can I tell you about what I've been doing?
Please give me every detail.
Woke up early yesterday,
nice.
Which for me is like 8 a.m. Yeah.
No, that's early.
And at 8 a.m, I fell asleep during the first couple games, but I was kind of like sleeping to them. It was nice. And then really got into the games, was watching multiple screens, had 2 screens at the same time. We ordered Abby's Pizza, which I'm a fan nostalgically for it, I think.
Local.
It's local. It's pretty average pizza party pizza. But yeah, we got a ton of that, enough for 2 days. So I've been challenging that for 2 days now.
Domino's or Pizza Hut?
Which one? We've talked about this a lot, actually. Domino's, I will go with Domino's. I think Pizza Hut's gross, straight up gross. I think it's greasy and nasty.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. What about you?
So Abby's is like Domino's style pizza.
Oh, you mean which pizza is it like? It's better than both. It's truly it's truly like generic pizza parlor pizza, not like fast food pizza.
Like CC's?
I've never been to CC's. We have like different
Papa Murphy's?
Better than that.
Better than Papa Murphy's?
I would say. Hold on, before we got to get into some real news because we didn't.
Brother, you're getting into like good pizza zone.
Do you remember the good news that we were supposed to get to about the women's basketball team?
Yeah.
That we never did?
Correct.
This is the good news. Starts off as bad news, and overall it's bad news. But so Sedona Prince, actually, this is her being a hero off the court, I would say. And I'll put this up because this is who reminded me. Kyle Madsen. You've seen the women's weight room. What he's referring to is Sedona Prince showed that there was such a ridiculous discrepancy. Like it's complete bullshit. She showed video, I think a TikTok of the men's weight room, which was pretty legit. It looks just like a standard like gym, but it's all there just for them, you know? Like they probably had like 8 full on, I don't know. I don't actually work out. You can tell looking at me, but full on gym. Basically, right?
Like proper state of the art. big machines.
It looks like if you were in a small town and there was like a small gym, but you can get like probably a good 20 people in there at a time, you know?
Sure.
Kind of look like that, but like good equipment. Meanwhile, she was all like, she did this all on TikTok. She's like, and this is our weight room. And their weight room was not a weight room, wasn't a separate room at all. It was just one small rack of what am I thinking? Is it dumbbells just for your arm? Again,
You're lying.
Just for curls. That's it. That's all they had. They had one small one was their entire like gym. And then Sedona says like, and when we asked about them, they said that there was not enough room for us to put all the weights in there, so we couldn't do better. Then she goes, okay, and she like just goes around, circles around. All you see is empty space, like all the room in the world to put a gym in. It was just complete bullshit. And so luckily, because there were so many people that were like, it went viral, and there were so many people saying this is bullshit, including NBA players, WNBA players, celebrities and such. Enough people pressured them that they did the generic apologies that we'd see all the time. The higher ups did. And then they got what looks now like a comparable badass weight room. But hey, partially a huge thanks to Sedona Prince, because she was one of the main reasons why that got started, which is cool.
Okay, quick update. UCLA is kind of running away with this game currently.
Hell yeah, what are you at?
19 with 5:15 left.
Nice.
But back to the point, why was the weight room men only? Why couldn't it just be a unisex
They're in different
weight
cities.
room?
Different cities. Completely different cities. So one is Indianapolis, one is, I forget, San Antonio. I may be completely wrong. But different states, different cities. But she edited within her video a different video of someone else, the men's weight room. So she had that in the same video. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm totally confused, because I thought you were talking about the Oregon Ducks men's weight room.
No.
And the Oregon Ducks women's weight room.
No, this is the NCAA tournament. So for all the NCAA tournament. Yeah.
Oh,
now you get it.
I get you. Wow. Okay.
Kyle, Zags running away with this one too. They are. I was talking. You can ask Kyle. I was talking so much shit about the Zags. I'm trying to get in his head.
Why?
He goes woof woof woof, because I think it was funny if our friend was sad.
Sure.
Why? That's the only reason why.
That's why the movie was called "The Hate You Give," right?
Yeah. Looks like it's.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
As of right now, it looks like it's 43-23. I can have I'll start.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we were at 31-21 too. So.
Yeah. That's kicking ass. No, Zags are looking good. They seem like the easy. I don't know. They never won it before, though. We'll see what happens. At least the Ducks have won one national championship in basketball, my friend. And it was the first game ever. So remember your elders.
But we can't really say that right now because we're getting a free ride. You know what I mean?
We're getting a free ride. We look pretty shitty right now. We look pretty bad. But hey, we're the ones staying healthy all this time.
I guess that's a fair enough point.
We're doing good. I mean, it's tough. There's no one to blame. Yeah, 43-23 at the half for Gonzaga. That's
Florida State won
a while ago, I thought.
Oh, well, I only just now saw that there was other scores in the corner of the screen.
Oh, really? Yeah, check those out. The ones that are constantly, if it's red, that's the final score, and that was a while ago.
Okay, so yeah, Florida State is still moving forward. Maybe that's what you were telling me earlier.
Texas is 2-0 against, I forget who they're playing. Something Christian. You probably know it because I think it's a Texas team. I don't know. I'll look it up here. Texas versus Abel Christian. I think that's how you say their name. Whatever.
Where and it's you believe that this other place is also in Texas? Is that because it's a Christian school?
That's probably why. Abilene Christian Wildcats.
Oh, Abilene?
Like Abilene.
E-N-E.
Yeah, I'll look at where they're from.
I used to live very close to Abilene.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like, I was baptized at Abilene Christian basketball camp.
Half court, man.
At the half court, they baptized me with all the sweat that they wiped off.
Giant pool, and everybody that was the center gathered in the middle.
Where the hell are they from? They're in the Southland Conference, Texas.
Yeah, yep. Abilene.
I called it. Calls it like I sees it.
Had you said it correctly the first time, I would have been like, oh yeah, Abilene. But you still got there.
I got there. Well, their name was abbreviated, so I had no idea where I was going with that.
Yeah. No, I get it.
My man, UCLA. It's the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is the Conference of Champions, as Bill Walton has been saying this entire time. And we are the leaders of that pack, even though we didn't play.
Why does he talk about Stanford so much? Is it because of the Grateful Dead? Is that the concept?
I mean, I think he's had some of his best memories, the few memories that Bill Walton has still. I'm sure they're mainly from the Bay Area. So, yeah, of course he fucking loves Stanford.
Yeah.
He's kind of a book snob and stuff like that.
I think he probably has a ton more memories, but there's just only so many that are able to be said on television.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And did he ever get penalized, or was it ever talked about after the fact that he dropped that crazy F-bomb like just a month ago?
Some people brought up they thought it was a different word, and I can almost see it. I still think it was.
It's a hard F.
I still think it was the F-bomb. But
what did they think it was?
I'd have to look up the tweet again, but someone was all like, it was like flipping or it was something like that. I don't know.
No,
I think no one cared. No one really cared.
Is that one of those metal straws?
It is a metal straw. Thump. Oh, look at that. Number one fan, Christina. Thumped. They were like, they really thumped UNC. That was it.
No,
like,
because
really
it was
North Carolina.
Because it was they got fucked.
No, I thought it was, and the refs really thumped North Carolina. I forget. Maybe I can actually find the tweet and put it up on here.
Yeah, but your conversion quality from my video wasn't super hot.
That's very true.
And then because Florida State, man, that's a team that can win it all. North Carolina, they got fucked the other night.
Oh my God. When you really play it like that, oh my God.
That's a team that can win it all. North Carolina, they got fucked the other night.
He says fuck.
There's no other way. I'm sorry.
The conversion, that's really it then. Because I put that on Twitter and people were like, he said thumped, but he said fucked.
Yeah, no, it's legit.
That's so good. Oh man, I wish I would have put up that quality. That's hysterical. Because I just did what you sent me. That's all I have.
Oh, it sent it that bad.
Yeah.
I should have emailed it. Should I email it and do a repost?
Yeah, email me and we'll put it back up. Because
doing it right now.
Yeah.
We've got time, right?
Wow. Is Gonzaga gonna win it all? How far do we have to go before we play Gonzaga? I'm gonna look it up. Man, you gotta love to see UCLA just kicking ass. Hawkeyes.
Yeah, I mean, the score just keeps getting further and further away from each other.
In order for us to play Gonzaga, so they would have to beat Oklahoma, then they would have to beat either Ohio or Creighton, and then we would play them. But that's only if we beat like Iowa and you. I mean, we would have to get to the Elite Eight to play them. I'll say that much.
Wow.
So unlikely, but possible. That'd be great. We'll definitely get Kyle on the show if that's the case.
That'd be fun.
Well, let me tell you, man, we got to go against a team that is looking pretty damn good, and Luka Garza scares the shit out of me. He's 6'11". can hit the three, can do everything. He's an NBA prospect right now.
Wow.
I do believe. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Iowa, right? I feel like this is appropriate time. We're nearing halftime with UCLA. Just kind of breaking down the rest, right? So numbers 2 seed Iowa, they're 21-8, 14-6 in the Big Ten, which is argued, we'll see, not looking good right now, but the best conference in all of college basketball. Ken Palm has them at 5 overall. Number 2 on offense, number 50 on defense, but number 2 on offense. So they just shoot lights out. I'm afraid they're going to do what Oregon State did to us, honestly. Luka Garza's by far, he was the candidate for player of the year coming into this year, and he's probably going to get it. So he's the best player in the country in college basketball.
What's
averaging Luka Garza. Luka Garza. He's averaging 24.7 points and 8.5 rebounds per contest. Yeah, I'm horrified, man. I think he's going to torch us. Not only that, but I think the other players around him, which aren't as good, I think they're going to have great games against the Ducks. And like I'm going to say, with every single game, we're either going to win because Duarte, Omarui, Richardson, and Figueroa just like score like crazy and we kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're not going to, and we're going to lose. And that's literally that's it.
Wow.
They're gonna have to
great
awesome.
prediction. Wow.
We're gonna have to be awesome every week. Otherwise, we're gonna lose. Because it's gonna get really hard.
Yes. I think every team has to be really awesome every game in order to move forward.
Not necessarily. There's been
the issue is that some of them are just better at being awesome. It's easier for them to be awesome.
Well, what I'm specifically saying is those specific players need to score like a lot. It's not like just, I think all of them will have to have good games, which is asking a lot, especially because we don't have a big like post to rely on. So we can only have one style of basketball that we can play.
I mean,
we can't mix it up. We don't have a deep bench like other teams.
Let's look at the last tournament, the Pac-12 tournament.
Okay.
What was their average, what was the average point making for each player?
They each played 14 points. They each scored 14 points.
Throughout the whole time?
Not throughout the whole time. I'm not looking that up right now. But the game they lost, they both scored 14 points. Or all three of them scored 14 points. I would think someone needs to get more into the 20-point range for us to pull away from these teams. And really, I'll make it simpler. If we don't shoot the three well, we're done because we can't play in the post. I think that's a better way to put what I was saying. If we don't shoot the three, we're just done. So
well, and this is what makes it so scary, I guess, is that if you combine that with your concern last time of not being able to rebound, then
giving them more chances,
failure.
In Iowa is just they're gonna get their points. Like even if we really bring it on defense, which I'm sure we will, like they're talented, or at least Garza is like one of the best, if not the best player in the country. So I don't know. I'm excited. I hope that works out. It'll be fun to watch. It's so shitty that we weren't able to play that first one.
Yeah.
I wish we were talking about VCU right now. And Bones Highland.
Well, that's just what happens. Did you successfully get the email with the video for the proper uploading?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Let's see. Aw.
Yeah. I was noticing that too.
That's beautiful.
I almost put up a photo of Ingmar as my backdrop.
A photo. Kyle, you think the Zags are winning it all this year? Respond. Did you email me?
Sorry. I'm being so rude. Okay, here we go.
Quack-12 or... Okay. Oh, my God. It's been a really great March Madness, I gotta say. Absolutely fantastic.
What's
I've
the
enjoyed
highlight
every
for
minute.
you been thus far?
The highlight for me is probably the Pac-12
In general.
dominance. Yeah, the Pac-12 dominance. I mean, it really stinks that the Ducks couldn't be part of it.
Yeah.
But the fact that UCLA is doing so good now, that they won in overtime against the Big Ten's team, not very good Big Ten team this season, but historically a really good Big Ten team. And Colorado just kicking ass. And Oregon, honestly, Oregon State is probably my favorite, just because, I don't know, it kind of makes us a little better by association. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather us lose to someone who's good.
So
Like,
you kind of see it as like a family affair rather than
it's a
it
family
should be us.
affair. Well, I'll tell you this, Aaron. You know what makes that easier to believe in? Washington is not in the men's or the women's team. So when you root for the Quack-12, for the Pac-12, it's like it's an extra insult towards them in a way. You know what I mean? Because it's like
anyone but them, huh?
Rooting
Is that
for,
the vibe?
yeah.
Anyone but them?
It makes it way easier to root for the Pac-12 when they're not here.
What
Kyle
would you
wants
do
it
if
up, and then
they?
he says, yes, he thinks they're going to win. He predicts the Zags are going to win. What a predictable prediction.
Sure. What do you think you do if the Huskies left? If they joined a different conference?
I would be sad. I don't want them to leave. I want to kick their ass all the time is my goal.
Right.
Okay.
It's
so
a
I think
healthy
I'm
competition,
sharing-
you would say?
Am I sharing it?
Yes, sir.
Am I sharing it? I feel like an old person. Can you hear this? Can you
Here
hear
we
this?
go.
I'll turn it up.
Turn it up.
Hopefully you can hear this.
Nope.
Oh, fuck. Really?
Whenever
worry,
you
folks.
share screen, you have to click that little audio button.
Did, but for some reason it... Don't worry, folks. This is going to be... this is poo dub. That is funny. That is funny.
Yeah.
I'll keep that up.
What's poo dub?
Like UW, but poo dub.
Oh.
Share screen, share audio.
Yeah. There's a little.
No, I know. I'm clicking on it. Oh, I got it, baby.
Okay, here we go. This
For
one.
some reason.
While you're messing with stuff, I feel like I also want to start messing with stuff.
Okay. Gonna open that up. I think it's very clear. He says, I feel like this is almost like police work.
I've never been more sure about anything, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Can you see? No, that's not it. God damn it. See, this is why you should be in charge of this, really. I'm the face of the organization.
Yeah.
There
There we go. Look at that.
You see this?
Yeah, I see it.
Can you hear it?
It's quiet.
There
it was. It's quiet, but you can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it. I'm going to turn it up one more. I'm going to play it one more time.
High as it
Sorry,
goes, baby.
friends. Unfortunately, that is as loud as it goes. Okay, here we go. Turn your volume up, everybody. Aaron and I will be quiet. It's indisputable.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I did. Did you not see it?
No, it was just stay on the main screen.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, look at that. I love it. Cute as
It's
a button.
my dog.
Cute as a button.
Oh.
He clearly says fuck in that video, though. I will post that on our Twitter.
It's super clear.
I'll post that on our Twitter account. It sounds beautiful now too, so that's really good. My man, what can I say? I'm going to say it again. I wish we were goddamn talking about Duck basketball right now. It's a goddamn bummer.
Yeah.
I'm glad UCLA is doing good, honestly. I'm rooting for the home team here. I'm afraid we're going to lose to Iowa. I don't want any of it. They can have their goddamn corn. I don't give a shit about them.
I would feel better about losing to Iowa if we made it through this first game on, our own volition.
Yeah. I feel like it does us no favors to not play that game. I said that already too, but Aaron.
Que sera, sera, or whatever will be.
And the Hawkeyes, I don't know. This is the other thing. Maybe I'm being too negative on our chances here. The Ducks, I mean. I think these Ducks got a shot. Let's talk about why they got a shot, okay?
Yeah, give me the pros.
When you really think
talking
about
men's to be clear.
Yeah, we're talking about men's. We can talk about women's in a little bit too. That'll be fun. Or not. I mean, Sedona Prince, what an amazing story. So glad that she stood up to help out not just the Ducks, but all of women's college basketball. That was such a grad thing to do.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that. But talking about the men's, the last teams they lost to, when you think about it, are now like tournament darlings. Like USC looked good against the lower seed, but Drake, they really dominated in that game. Evan Mobley, the Mobley brothers, looking fantastic. Not only that, the Oregon State Beavers, everyone's loving them right now. So that's something. Those are our last two losses. We looked dominant against everybody else. We had to play so many games in like a 2-week stretch. Now we're getting enough time. Maybe the time off is a good thing. Maybe we have rested legs and are just ready to go, I don't know. I would still put money on the Ducks. I'm very interested in what the money line is. I don't know if it's up yet, but who's favored? Because it could be anyone. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Look at that. Ducks versus Iowa. They're talking about it right now on the brackets.
Who?
Oh, I don't know. The March Madness people. I've loved seeing Charles Barkley, Spike Lee, Samuel L. Jackson. I love that trio for March Madness. They're so goddamn fun. They're funny.
Where are you seeing them?
I haven't been watching the commercials during this game, but maybe it's on a different channel or something, like a TNT or TBS or something. But they do everything. They're practically the hosts of March Madness. They do
that's fun.
6 new commercials, and it's always the trio of them. And the punchline is always, Charles Barkley, you're so fat. Or, Charles Barkley, you're so dumb. Or,
what?
Spike Lee, you're so short. That's the other one. And then the only other one I can really think of is Samuel L. Jackson, you're such a cool dude. That's kind of the jokes that are being made in all these. But they're funny as shit. I love them.
Does Spike make the joke? It's got to be the shoes.
No, he should. I bet you he has. Honestly, I bet you he has. Because they
I wonder if he's allowed, right? That could be owned by Nike or Reebok.
You would assume they'd let Spike Lee say his old catchphrase in an old commercial. Yeah. They got the chair of the NCAA Division I men's basketball committee talking about the Rams not playing, which stinks. Shout out to Tyler Cronin, no relation to Nick Cronin. I interviewed Tyler Cronin. He's an A10 podcast aficionado, A10 just general guru kind of guy. He knows all that shit. And we had a podcast episode in which we previewed VCU versus Oregon. So I was ready to talk about him. But unfortunately didn't work out. And then St. Bonaventure also got knocked out against LSU. So his 2 teams that made it to March Madness are already out. So that's brutal. That's rough.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 3 bid league. Just like your doggy. Shout out to the 3 Bid League podcast, though. It's a good listen. Oh, Aaron. So,
Adam.
Dumb. The Pac-12, though, this truly is the story of the evening. Pac-12 just dominating. How do you feel about this? Are you still someone who's rooting purely for the Ducks, never the Pac-12? Ooh,
Absolutely.
What is this all about?
I believe that the Pac-12 is and should be recognized as a dominant force.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't the Ducks, then I'm
gives a fucks.
satisfied, but I'm not happy.
I think you should retcon that to if it ain't the Ducks, who gives fucks? I think that'd be cooler. Is that all right?
Sure.
Yeah,
that too. That too.
Are you allowed to curse on this show?
I don't know. Are you?
We'll see. I want to see how my Quack-12 bracket will do. So I have Gonzaga winning, obviously. No one's picking against them. And then we got UCLA, and then we got Texas. Those are the two schools playing right now. Texas is probably going to win. UCLA probably going to win. I'm feeling pretty good.
Well, I
Easy
feel like
points.
I always remember them being good at basketball.
Texas,
somewhat
they're
decent.
not bad. They're not bad.
Yeah.
That being said, is it Abilene? Is that what you said? Abilene Christian University is trailing by 1 point in that game right now. 1 point.
Wow.
20-19, 8 minutes left in the first half, so still plenty of time there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited about that. I'm going to try to see what the betting lines are because I'm very curious about that.
You can't put money on something once it's started, can you?
No, I'm saying for the Ducks is the main thing. We may suck a bag of bleep in Pac-12 college football bowl games, but the B-ball squad is turning it up in the tourney. Wee-you! Thank you, Johnny Law. Law. Hopefully Chandler Lawson lives up to how good that comment was, and that is very good. I'm going to remove that now. I'll look up the book. Johnny Law, always happy to have you on the pod. We'll see. I want to look at the bet.
Invite him
on this. Hey, if you have a camera, you need a camera, a microphone, and at least $3,000, and you can get on this podcast.
Ooh,
that's always been the case.
Wow. Now
we got Loyola Chicago. Oh no, that's tomorrow morning.
Does that mean I have?
What's that? Yeah, you got to pay.
I'm just trying to figure out how much I owe you.
A lot, because that was $3,000 in appearance. You've been on the show more than 300 times, so you owe a shit.
Yeah, I should maybe hang up.
Oh yeah. I don't know when I'm trying to see if the Ducks line is up. Come on, baby, come on. I don't think so. They just got next 24 hours. What ifs? Pac-12 best coast is the West Coast, as we all know.
That is true.
Chandler planted the COVID strain in the VC locker room last week. Lawson strong. That's messed up. Your cousin did that, Johnny Law. And for his sake, I'm going to hide that comment because we don't want the NCAA coming in sniffing around. Honestly, they
do pilfer from us.
The UW fans would have you believe that we did do that we planted a strain in there. I'm not even joking. Check UW Twitter and they will say that shit. Is the game up yet? Come on.
I'm still stuck in a never-ending commercial loop.
38-27. I'm loving it. I want to look up who's the main scorers here. Might as well. That's why people tune into this, is because it's kind of like Googling something you weren't particularly interested in, but much slower.
Look, I can highly recommend that while you watch us on a separate screen, you also get into a little bit of Mario Kart.
Yeah, sure.
That's a great time.
If we were twitching, I wish we had just like a little. I mean, we are on Twitch. We had a little like screen in the screen of just you playing Mario Kart. That'd be perfect. The NCAA is already all over the Quack-12 podcast. Best to hide
true.
everything I post. It's so damn true, Johnny Law. That's the most
And
fucking
yet
true
you
thing I've
didn't.
ever heard.
You know, he sent that saying hide everything I post, and yet you blew up his spot yet again.
I'm not gonna hide the truth, man. All the shit you're gonna
Bro.
ruin the women's basketball weight room. You're gonna send them 10 weights and say it's good enough. Not in the Quack-12's watch, honey.
No, sir.
No, not gonna happen. 38-27. That's where UCLA is right now. One of our Quack-12 very favorite teams. No doubt, Bill Walton is freaking thrilled. That's his team.
Yeah.
That's his team. That's his alma mater. Johnny Jazong. I'm sure I'm saying that right. Whatever.
Did he shine in college? Was he like just really special?
Yeah, he was great. Great in college. Even better as a Blazer. 19 points for Johnny. Another Johnny. So many Johnnies on the show. Hawkeyes, 8 points. I love that dude. He looks like if I was the best I could be at basketball, which meant I got some height on me, I would be like his level of play. If only. I'm not gonna post. I'm gonna censor Johnny Law here.
Yeah.
Tiger Campbell, 5 assists. Jules Bernard, 8 points.
Woo.
Yeah, everyone you want to be hitting is hitting. Honestly, BYU is a good get. Even in the first, especially because, like, I don't know, man. BYU is, what are they, a 5? No, not a 5 seed. Whatever, I've already forgotten. But I think BYU is that's where you want to be.
Yeah.
I would feel, yeah.
I kind of did expect it to go a little bit longer with it being a super tight game. I guess we're only at the half, right? You never know what's going to happen now, I guess.
Never go. I mean, UCLA is great at blowing a big lead. They really have done that a lot in the Pac-12. And they've played down to some teams, so
interesting.
I'm watching a Wendy's commercial. You anywhere near that?
I'm not even joking. I just got through it, and I was gonna try and segue into how
Reggie
can I
Miller.
talk about a Wendy's commercial?
Yeah, Reggie Miller.
Because they finally have. The last time I saw a Wendy's commercial, he was like, "It's a week away."
Yeah.
And then it shows up. And it's like, look, we're doing it now.
So the joke is Reggie Miller is living in a Wendy's.
Yes.
And that he's so excited for March Madness and that he knows Wendy's has a March Madness promotion. So he's like, oh, I'll just live there because I'm a famous basketball player. They'll let me. And that seems
more power.
Seems to upset the Wendy's workers. And I don't doubt them. I mean, I would feel exactly the same way.
If you were to tell me, as a Wendy's employee,
that Rich,
that in 1 week, for an entire month, a world famous basketball player is going to live inside our store, we're only going to serve him. Yeah, I'd be like, amen. Best vacation ever.
I think the problem is they're not only serving him. They're, they got to like be a regular Wendy's too.
Oh, well, he just didn't let that guy in. If you saw the commercial, his buddy showed up.
This makes me laugh, so I'll put this up there. It's the actual city of a bubble. Advantage Mormons. That's a good point. It's a good point. I'll give you that, Johnny Law. You're always towing that line. But
did they mention in the great book that they were going to be able to survive a pandemic?
I guess every great book, basically, you know what I mean? Every religious book is basically saying there's going to be a pandemic and you're going to survive it. Yeah.
Right.
Well, we'll see if they can survive this storm of brewing because UCLA is looking pretty dominant.
Did you mean to make the Bruins joke?
Yeah, transition. That was meant. Yeah. I use that pun all the time. I got to rearrange my seat. Hold on.
Okay. Watch him as he rearranges seat. What's he doing? Rearranging seat. Spinning, sitting.
Oh, there we go.
Farting.
Yeah,
You're right.
I'm just letting out the farts. Hopefully we let out the farts before we play Iowa, because that is going to be a tough matchup, Aaron.
Yep.
Would you rather play a team that is just a fantastic, solid team, but none of them are NBA players per se? Or would you rather play in Iowa where there is one dominant NBA player and then there's a team built around him?
And give me the first one more time.
First one is maybe no one's going to the NBA or they're borderline, but they're a very good as a team, built as a team per se. Like they're sharing.
Well, then I
the
think
shots
I would want to go against the one player going to the NBA.
Well, guess what? You got your wish, because we're playing Iowa, and that's exactly what's happening.
And that's kind of what we are.
Well,
ish.
Yeah, ish. Because Chris Duarte isn't the level of Garza, but he is an NBA player, I think. And we're more like a bunch of borderline NBA players, I would say. Which is good.
That's what you said, though.
But these are like
better
we're kind
than
of a
little bit of both, right? We have a lower card NBA player and a team that can play well together.
The shitty thing is we don't have a 7-footer who can also hit threes. That would be really rad. If we had a Chris Boucher, that's all I want in life.
You pine for that man. You miss him.
I love Chris Boucher. He's doing well in Toronto too. Hell yeah.
Toronto?
Yeah, well, he's from Canada, and then he's now played for the Toronto Raptors, baby. You know the Toronto Raptors. You know what? Cool. Because it's Pac-12 after dark, I think I'm gonna go a little crazy here.
Oh yeah, you were wearing shades at one point, and then you didn't. Ooh yeah, baby.
Pac-12 after dark, my man.
Love it.
I can see all my computer's passwords and shit. See all my tabs. All my
look at that! I can see your screen.
All my ludicrous tabs I have up there.
Your camera has a light around it.
Yeah, this little. Oh, this one?
Yeah, very hip.
It's hip to be square sometimes, and now it looks like I'm like going to the pearly gates. I'm just getting back in to UCLA basketball.
Yep, me too. 38-27. Cool.
I would love for them to win, Aaron. I would truly love for them to win. That being said, my man, it has been a wonderful tournament of upsets, and I am here for it. It's been absolutely great. I can pull up a few of the
since we're having to shoot for topics.
Mm-hmm.
Have we already talked about which upsets you've enjoyed the most and which ones have in fact upset you?
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it, my man. So I will say my favorite upset so far. Well, the one that actually upset me, I had Virginia going to I think I had them beating Oregon in the Elite Eight in one of my brackets. So that blows because they just lost in the goddamn first round. I believe they're also the only team who has lost to a 16 seed as a 1 seed in their history. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
They certainly love to choke. So that one kind of upset me, but it's also awesome to see. I will say I really was rooting for St. Bonaventure to make a deep run, but they did not.
Oh, sorry. Interruption. Wait for it. Deep 3-pointer from number 10 on UCLA.
I think I'm about to see the replay. I'm not too far off, apparently.
Great.
That's great.
My time clock is at 18:55.
I'm at 1940.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm at 38-27.
Try fast forwarding.
I mean, I tried. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't really give you the option like Sling does.
Upsets.
My favorite upsets has got to be Oral Roberts. That's fun as hell, and it's fun to say. Oral Roberts,
such a
15 seed, man, beating a 2 seed. Oh, your precious Ohio State.
Where are they from?
I just saw the deep 3. Hell yeah. I don't know. I'll look it up. But Oral Roberts rules. I was a big fan of them. I had San Diego State, but Syracuse just shut them down. That one upset me. That one truly upset me.
brother.
Oral Roberts is probably my favorite, even though it didn't help me.
10:43 left in the second for Gonzaga.
Ooh,
69-30.
Oh man, Kyle must be happy.
How much whiskey do you think he's put in his system so far?
I'm guessing at least 2 of the biggest bottles he could get his hands on. So a little
like
behind
airplane
average.
bottles, basically, because his hands are so small.
A little behind average, then. That's what I'm gonna say. Oral Roberts. Oh my God. Okay, so Oral Roberts, I believe it's named after an American televangelist.
Of course.
So the Oral Roberts University is one of the largest and most influential Christian universities.
Really?
They are from
Wicked
baby.
steal. Great passing. Deep 3. Ooh,
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Oral Roberts is.
Wow.
I mean,
you know there's some deep history inside that.
Maybe, oh yeah. Maybe there's something to be said. I mean, we're playing against a different school named after a prophet, Brigham Young.
Right.
Maybe there's something said you get a little extra God power in you, though, if you are named after a, prophet or something like that.
Well, I certainly think they believe that.
I guess what I should say is maybe I should convert to whatever the hell Oral Roberts believes. Certainly not BYU.
Something tells me it might be a little sideways.
I don't know, man. I think it's if one of these Christian universities wins, that is God telling me I should join them. That goes for Abilene Christian University as well.
You do you, baby.
Whoever, if they win, they got to win the whole thing though. Otherwise,
they got to go all the way.
If they just get to like the Sweet 16 or Elite 8, then I'll be agnostic. If they all don't win even the second round, if that's where they stop, straight up atheist.
Well, what are you currently?
Currently I'm agnostic because I don't know. But before this tournament, I was a straight up atheist. But basketball is such a powerful thing. I let this determine my religious beliefs.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
We'll see. I mean, it's going to be Christian, clearly, because those are really my only choices. Like, there's different,
Oh God,
brands.
yeah. No, you're just going to get different watered versions of it.
It'd be way more interesting if there was like a Muslim and a Jewish school in here, and I could really go all over the board with my religious, or like a Satanist school. Honestly, there should be a Satanist school in here.
It's a lot like hot dogs, if you think about it.
Oh man, we got another one. Oh, these takes gonna get us canceled, buddy.
Boom.
You're gonna have the God police on. The God Squad.
Variations of Christianity are a lot like hot dogs. It just depends on where you are. It's all the same thing with different toppings.
Yeah, same.
Would you do the one where you handle snakes?
That snake religion? If they had a good basketball team, sure, and got at least the league. If they got to the Elite 8,
snakes helped the basketball team, then I'm all for it.
If they got to the Elite 8 and they had the same, honestly, you know who it's got to be? Florida A&M. Because their mascot. You know what I'm talking about? Florida A&M?
Is it a snake?
We played them this year. I'll look them up. Hold on.
Florida A&M. I don't remember.
Hold on, buddy.
I mean, what does an agricultural school have? A snake? A plant?
The snake. I think it's one of the greatest.
I think I do remember it. Is it like a? It's like it's very cartoony.
Very cartoony.
Yeah, and like rolled up, and its head is up or something.
I'll show you it.
I feel like I remember wishing it was a rattlesnake, but it's not.
I remember I really compared it to a pog on our show, and I stand by that.
To a pog.
You know what I mean? Pogs, those little cardboard things.
Yeah, I just don't remember that.
Look at this thing.
Oh, sure, because the graphic looks like it could be on a pog.
You see
that's actually pretty dope.
It's badass as hell.
That's not I mean, it's cartoony, sure, but it's not like cartoony. I had a totally different thing in my head.
I think it's cool as hell, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
One of the best ones I've seen.
Okay. Actual bet.
Okay.
And maybe we should both have to do it.
What's the bet? Real bet.
It's whoever wins the tournament, we have to get a tattoo of their mascot on our somewhere on our body.
So that it would be a goddamn. Wait, who are you saying? Like the person in our bracket or which team?
Yeah, which team?
You're saying it's just a given.
Like if that team won, we'd have to get that snake tattooed.
So you're saying like it's just a given we're going to get a tattoo. It's whoever wins the tournament, we get that tattoo.
Basically.
Like we hope to God it's the Ducks because at least I can be like, I'm a big Ducks fan as opposed to like, I don't give a shit about Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But they won the tournament, so I had to get a Sooners tattoo on me. Yeah. Or a Beavers. I have to get a Beavers tattoo on me.
So we were watching this terrible show where the whole concept is just people coming in to get their tattoos covered up.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And they're like, oh, it's just so stupid.
Look at this Mighty Ducks commercial. Mighty Ducks commercial.
Oh, yeah. I saw it for a half second, but
we're going to review it, everybody. Don't worry. It doesn't look all that great, but I do like a lot of the actors in it. So,
oh my God, maybe I should get Paramount Plus for the free month just so we can watch it.
I think this is Disney Plus.
Oh, great. Then I can watch it.
Pretty nuts. Pretty baller move to have Disney Plus advertising on Paramount Plus.
Money, baby.
By the way, we got some comments here. Zags.
Amen.
Like
74-32.
Oh, Kyle, what can I say? I hate you because I ain't you. Because I think, Zags, they're the favorite. It's clear.
Now,
I kind of want them to lose her.
Weren't they amazing last time?
Yeah. They're amazing. They're amazing every year, basically.
But they don't go all the way?
There was that one time we were so damn close to having a national title game, the title game be Ducks versus Zags. That was the year we had like Jordan Bell, Chris Boucher. Chris Boucher got injured in the Pac-12 tournament game, but Dylan Brooks, Peyton Pritchard, all on the same team. That's right, baby. Kyle Madison. We got so damn close, but we didn't box out. We lost to UNC by, I want to say 2 points. And UNC went to play the Zags in the title game, and then UNC beat the Zags. It would have been so much better to have a Northwest title game.
So Gonzaga has never won the whole thing.
Zags have never won it.
Well, that kind of makes them the biggest losers, right? They can go all the way every time, but they can't actually.
Yeah, they're great until they have to play a real team. And don't tell me North, whatever. I truly don't even know what team you're playing. I'm looking at the North. I'll call them North, all right? Because I have no idea where they are.
Yeah,
what's his name choked? I think it's supposed to be.
What is?
You mean the star?
His name choked?
Was it Zabon? I'm trying to remember his name. Sabonis.
Wow, rude.
Damn, that's really rude. Look up who choked and tell us back because I want to remember who choked. I remember that game. I watched it in your house, Kyle. Gonzaga's kicking ass right now, though.
Yeah, amen. It's cool to watch them do that. I mean, or to see it on the top of a screen.
That Russian dude. Tell me his name. I can't remember his name. Look up.
What are y'all talking about?
He's on your team, Aaron. Not Aaron. I was getting so mad at him that I mistook him for you.
No, my mom does it all the time. Gets mad at the dog, screams my name.
We named the dog Aaron Schroeder. You like that?
Yeah.
You like that, man?
I did. Hey, give me 5. I'll be right back.
Okay. You out of here. Hold on, listeners. My mouse is flipping out. Hold on, listeners. Don't leave. Hey, it's just me. We're watching the UCLA game. It's pretty damn close. You gotta back the pack. I'd like to hear some Pac-12 fans. Are you supporting the rest of the Pac-12 conference? Are you really just letting your inner Bill Walton thrive and the majesty of March Madness. Throw it down, big man. Are you rooting for Oregon State to beat Oklahoma State? The battle of the OSUs. Are you rooting for UCLA right now, who is up by now just 4 points? Do you want them to keep this lead and win it all? I hope you do, because we got it. The best coast is the West Coast. We all know this. Just like that, Bruins up 45-39. And I love this. This is the mentality to have, everyone. Always root for the underdog. Quack, quack. And I will say, in defense of Gonzaga, they are the true underdog because they're the Bulldogs. They also haven't won the tournament. So even though they're great year after year, they're still the underdogs. Let's get Mr. Aaron Schroeder's thoughts on this. Hello, friend. Look at you. Oh, you're at the Cinerama, the recently closed Cinerama. Rest in peace. I don't hear you. I think you're on mute or something.
Hey, now.
Hey.
Yeah, so I rented out Cinerama
Mm-hmm.
for the evening because now that it's shut down, you can
Go
just...
Beavs.
Go
Yeah.
Beavs. Now
That's
that it's shut
awesome.
down, you can just kind of rent the spot. So I got it. I'm going to watch a little movie.
That's beautiful. What movie you're watching? Pac-12 After Dark, baby.
Hey.
Pac-12
I haven't
After
really
Dark.
decided what movie, who cares?
It's a good
Got a
point.
movie theater to myself.
Yeah. Look at this. What's your score right now? I'm curious.
50-41.
Even better then.
Yeah.
UCLA, I feel like a fraud a little bit. I've got imposter syndrome right now because the Ducks are in the second round. You know what I mean? You drinking a beer? It's all right.
No, I'm going full kombucha now.
You kombucha douche? I don't know. I didn't mean
Jeez.
it just sounded
Talk
similar.
about being mean.
It just sounded similar.
Kombucha.
Kombucha douche. Is that better? Not a douche. You're not a douche, my man.
I got my kombucha and my Deutsch.
Well, it looks like I'm not going to become Mormon. Maybe Abilene Christian University may be getting my Christendom. Honestly, Oral Roberts, though. For style points, they got to be way up there. Oh, man. A little salty about that kombucha, Adam. I'm sorry. I didn't. The wordplay got me. I didn't mean to be so salty. I apologize to Aaron. Aaron, do you accept my apology?
No.
Well, nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that.
My eyes look tiny to you.
Let me get a real close-up look on this. We'll go solo screen. I'm gonna really hold on. Stay there. Yeah, you look like a demon.
Little?
You look like a demon. You look like a straight, horrifying demon person.
It's funny. My eyebrows never really got any darker from whenever I was a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
So they kind of disappear.
Yeah, what's up with them brows, man? Too much kombucha for this.
Not
douche.
enough, I think.
Gonzaga is just kicking the ever-loving shit out of North. Let's look up who the hell North is, shall we?
Yeah. I want you to tell me who is North. Who is North? I want you to tell me who is North.
You got to give it up to the state of Virginia. I mean, of course, Virginia just straight up. Well, actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about what I'm saying, you don't, because they've had a pretty terrible showing. Because one of them, VCU, unfortunately, not maybe to their own fault, who knows, but had to cancel because of COVID. Virginia just lost to a goddamn I forget what seed, but it's bonkers that they lost. And then Norfolk State Spartans men's basketball. That's who North is. Norfolk State. They are losing right now, and they're from Virginia too. They're from Norfolk, Virginia.
Isn't there
what?
There's something important or special about Norfolk? Is there a film festival or a music festival there? Like a bluegrass
I don't know. Maybe there's a
festival?
folk horror festival or folk festival. We should go there. Next year, we're doing a live from Norfolk. Book your ticket, my man. I want to see which of the which of the Pac-12 teams will play first. Can't wait. Hopefully Oral Roberts goes all the way now, actually. They seem like a good...
I'm not for sure I'm down with this.
Oral Roberts.
I don't trust it. I don't know why. My gut tells me not to trust it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Anything that's named after an evangel.
Yeah. So the first ones who will be playing, I'm not sure if this is all in order, actually, so who knows. I'll just shout out the Pac-12 opponents as of this date, because it looks like UCLA is going to take this one. And congratulations to the Bruins. Hopefully I'm not jinxing them.
You are saying that so early, you wild man.
I know. It's not my team. I don't care.
We just got out of halftime.
USC versus Kansas. That's tough. Kansas is a 3 seed. Kansas is usually tough. 9 p.m. tomorrow. USC versus Kansas. Or not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. USC versus Kansas. Is that so? Didn't they play today? Whatever.
Oh,
That'll
wow.
be fun. Big time, my friend.
One of the most well-known and controversial American religious leaders of the 20th century, his preaching emphasized seed faith. His ministries reached millions of followers worldwide, spanning a period of over 6 decades.
Wow. So not a good dude. So hopefully he doesn't win, because otherwise I'm going to be an Oral Roberts convert. And it sounds like...
Well, he was also, interestingly enough, he is considered the godfather of the charismatic movement, which is like the big hallelujah, boom, you're healed. Whoa.
Okay. The mega church kind of feel.
Exactly. He's the OG mega church guy.
Dude, your precious Longhorns may be in for a rough time here.
28-23 at the halftime. It's not too bad.
I will say,
I'll tell you this, they're not going much further if that's as high as they can get against Abilene. But maybe Abilene is good. But they're Cowboys.
A Christian leader, not a good dude. Who would have guessed? Oh boy, fiery shots fired.
I think.
I don't disagree with you, but
who would have guessed that? Who would have guessed that?
Okay.
Norm McDonald.
I think you mean Norfolk McDonald. At least North isn't religiously affiliated. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Gonzaga. Wow. 49-point lead. They're the truth. It's clear they're the truth. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I mean, that's the kind of score you expect to see of a top level team, right? 88 points.
Yeah, but
with more time to like probably end at 92 to 96.
Probably a lot more
points.
Than that. I mean, I'll tell you this. Definitely out of all the 1 seeds, and Gonzaga was the top 1 seed, they had the best performance, because like you can compare a lot of these 16 seeds. I think they're basically a lot of the same kind of deal. Yeah, Gonzaga dismantled theirs though so much more.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Let's look at the Pac-12 teams as they come up. Yeah, so the most fun is going to be tomorrow. Oregon State versus Oklahoma State. Hell yeah. OSU battle. Those two teams, their football teams played each other, I believe, not last season, obviously, 2 years ago.
Okay.
And look at this. Now we got them playing in basketball. Gotta love it. That should be pretty good.
I thought there was going to be more to that. Like this was actually some kind of random weird rivalry.
It kind of is. OSU versus OSU.
I mean, it's becoming one. It should become one.
I think it is. Well, right now, so that's a 4 seed Oklahoma State versus 12 seed Oregon State. I'll tell you this. I'm all in on the Beavers. I think they're really going to win that one. USC versus Kansas is on Monday. Game to be decided. Then we got Oregon versus Iowa Monday as well. Game to be decided. And UCLA is going to get in there. I feel it. I don't even care if I'm jinxing them right now. I feel like we're going to win. And I'm saying
I can't believe you're doing it.
I'm saying we. That's how ridiculous this is.
You did it last time.
With who?
Us.
Well, we are the Ducks. That's fine. I'm talking about UCLA, and I think we're going to win.
Oh, so are you not able to put hijinks on another team if you are in fact not a rooting fan of theirs?
I
Like,
think
could I just say Longhorns are going to win this game and then nothing?
If you jinx them, who cares if you don't care, Hopefully that's a little power you can have, and you can start making money on it if you're using bets.
Man, universe is a crazy place.
I'm really, again, shout out to Sedona Prince. That is awesome that she used her. And she's talked about stuff like that, like awkward stuff that the NCAA wants to just brush under the rug. She's done that multiple times now, because remember, she was also pissed off that she's like, why aren't you letting Oregon pay for my medical bills? Why are you making it so I have to pay my medical bills that took place when I was playing for an NCAA team, Texas Longhorns? Why are you making me pay out of my goddamn pocket?
Did that get switched?
No, that is not switched. NCAA is like, sorry. Because they're an evil fucking corporation. They're about as
there is a certain. I was going to say that them at least owning the weight room situation. Wait, they did put proper weights inside the women's area.
Yeah, it looks legit. It looks legit.
Okay. So I was going to give them kudos for like owning up to that.
I'll show you. I can show you maybe I can do both.
But I guess that also is kind of simple, because it's like, well, that's just spending like $100,000. And if that's it, then we're done. Wipe our hands. But then being like creating a healthcare system for the players in which, I don't know, the level of like, they're not paid employees. It gets so crazy.
I'll show you the original video.
Why they're afraid of it, but it's also like, just look at our system then, I guess. Anywho.
I think I can show you the original video here.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
You may be able to hear it too. Let's get ready.
So for the NCAA March Madness, the biggest tournament in college basketball for women, this is our weight room.
Wow.
Let me show you the men's weight room.
I mean, it's not that good of a weight room.
It's not that good, but comparatively.
Now, when pictures of our weight room got released versus the men's, the NCAA came out with a statement saying that it wasn't money, it was space that was a problem. Let me show y'all something else. Here's our practice court, right? And then here's that weight room. And then here's all this. If you aren't upset about this problem, then you're a part of it. I got something to show y'all.
Boom. And then I will show you the update. Can you hear it?
We got a weight room. Yeah. We got a ton more dumbbells. Look at that. Look at all these racks for squats and whatever we want to do. We got a bunch of bands. Look at this, guys. And we got some equipment. Hey, thank you, NCAA, for listening to us. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, for real. Yay, guys. Yeah. Guess what, guys?
So pretty great stuff. All because of her. Not all because of her, but certainly a big chunk of it because of her. Good to see.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Also, it's also sad that it's got to come to posting videos on social media in order for change to happen.
Can you imagine, imagine if this is your job, Aaron, all right?
Okay.
And literally, you are not qualified for this job. Neither would I be. But let's say you, get hired. It is your job to make sure the women's basketball, the women's college basketball NCAA tournament goes off without a hitch, right?
Sure.
And the day comes and the locker room, you're like, okay, let's get this locker, let's check everything. And you see one person bring that weight in and you're like, okay, we got the gym. Wouldn't you feel like, oh, I should be fired on the spot? I fucked this up so incredibly hard that I didn't even think about a gym for athletes, it just blows my mind that you could be that.
You're setting it up that if I were to say no, I'd look like a dick.
Well, in real life, you may be like, okay, I need this goddamn job. I'm going to try to keep this as much as possible. But I would feel like, oh, how was I such a goddamn idiot that I didn't think that I would need a gym for all these athletes? You know what I mean?
Do you think that it's Do you think there's a chance that it just hadn't arrived yet?
No, they would have said that. That is truly, it got to the point where they were like, and we have this for them to work out and we're good to go. Like they literally did not have a backup plan. Like it all happened because of social media. Otherwise it would have like gone off without a hitch, exactly like that.
Well, I think you set up the problem at the very beginning when you asked me, let's pretend you get hired for something and you're totally unqualified for it.
Well, yeah.
Seems like maybe whoever got hired was in fact unqualified.
Well, they're like qualified is the thing. Like,
are they?
Clearly not. But I'm just saying, like, a normal person, you would think like, oh, I fucked up so hard on this one. It's just nuts. Especially because it's like you would think you would at least do the basics of like, okay, what do the men have? The women got to have that too, clearly. Like, especially if we're talking about the same thing. And we're not even getting into the idea that their swag bags and their meals are nowhere close as good as the men's are.
Oh, of course.
Like nowhere close. And a lot of people will immediately go to, well, men's makes a lot more money. And it's like, sure,
doesn't matter.
That is true. But the NCAA is built on the concept that we're not paying these people.
Correct.
They get millions of dollars. So you can at least spread that evenly because it's not like the fucking NCAA can't afford to give them a good gym, give them just as good a food, and get sponsorships of just as good enough swag. Like they get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Their literal excuse is that, well, these players make us more money, so they get more treats.
Basically, yeah. And it's like
that's their defense.
It's all
it's
all
like,
ridiculous.
That's not a defense, that's a problem.
Yeah. The whole thing's fucked up.
Yeah.
That being said, March Madness is the greatest sports competition in the world outside of the World Cup, and I goddamn will stand by.
Are you not a cricket fan?
I'm not. I could get into cricket. I would
suggest that maybe cricket, whatever they call the big world tournament for that, would be the largest thing.
Holy shit, Gonzaga's about to hit 100 goddamn points.
Wow, they did. They surpassed. Wow. No, they did not yet. I'm sorry, but they surpassed what I'm
looking at 97 to 52.
97-53.
The betting line on that was like Gonzaga minus 33.5 or something like that. And they still covered it. That's crazy. ESPN has a lot of information on each men's team, stats, star players, who was injured, team narrative, etc., and only something like 3 numbers for each women's team. Exactly. That's a huge problem too. It's not like there's not great writers out there covering women's basketball where you could attempt to do that. ESPN, another pretty fucked up.
ESPN could just go grab you for a month.
Sure, baby.
Like, we just need you to write about these other teams. Here's double whatever you get paid. Which you're like, sweet, I just made $75.
March Madness equals MLB playoffs and then World Cup. Okay.
The baseball playoffs are tough for me. Baseball is too tough.
The World Series or the whole playoffs.
The final thing, World Series, those 7 games.
Baseball's the kind of thing where it's like, I love going to a baseball game, but I got to have someone to really root for. I'll go to any baseball game, but as far as me to care about it, I got to have someone to root for. And my team is the Mariners, and they suck every goddamn year. So
it's true.
So
it's why half the fun of going to the Mariners game is just getting the garlic fries.
Yeah, for real. Maybe more than half. Also, it's like they seriously.
And there's the pitching game. Love that thing.
They have like $4 tickets a lot of times too. You can just get in there for like nothing.
Oh, dude, I have. It's not even funny how many games I've gotten to go to for free because random people that I know random people that once Mariners hit garbage time of the season, they just start handing out their season. They're just like,
Yeah,
I got tickets to that game, but we don't care about it.
They're like, I'm a fan. I don't want to be there. Of course I don't. I'm a fan. I would rather be anywhere else in the world than be at a Mariners game because I don't want to just watch them get their ass
at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday
and just get great talent and just waste it.
Yeah. I will say also going to the Sounders games is a lot of fun.
I hate the Sounders, you know that, but I love watching the Timbers kick their ass.
And soon enough, we'll be hitting the ice, baby.
Woo! What are they called
again? I can't wait for the NHL
Kraken,
season.
Right? Kraken?
Mm-hmm. No joke. The tickets are already kind of nuts.
Well, it's Seattle. Of course it is. I mean,
that
would happen.
I feel like I remember seeing something like, oh, wow, it's like a $40 to $60 ticket just for like the worst of the worst spots.
Damn. I will be if Portland gets a baseball or hockey team, they will have my undying support forever on. That being said, I would probably want to root for the Sonics more than the Trailblazers. I love Damian Lillard. Don't get me wrong, but the Sonics are just a cool ass team.
Mm-hmm. Where was I? Oh no, nothing. It was I just love that Pagliacci, their pizza boxes are still the Sasquatch in the Sonics gear.
Nice.
I'm like, great. Never change it. It's too good. It's the two best.
It'll come around. Don't worry. It'll come around.
Yeah.
Pagliacci ain't bad pizza. Say that much.
No, Pagliacci is good.
I think the Abby's pizza I was talking about that is pretty close to Pagliacci's.
Oh, so good.
It's that kind of yeah.
The thing I figured out with Pagliacci for my personal taste is figuring out which pizzas I want cooked differently. Because sometimes when they go veggie heavy for their cook time, you need to do it well done so that it's not just super soppy when it gets to you.
Dude, I hate the excess toppings on a pizza to the point where it just gets soggy and gross. That happens a lot.
It can be a bummer.
It can be a bummer, right? Like a bunch of bell peppers and onions and garlic and olives. Like it can get so ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough revenue in Portland for fandom. That would suck. Hopefully not, but yeah. Ooh. Way to go.
You know what I'm talking about? They've actually got a special one right now that's like a sweet potato, I think, or something like that.
Two favorite pizza places of all time for
Hot
me
Mamas.
Personally. No, not for me. I like Hot Mamas, but definitely not my top two. Top two are both in Seattle, though.
Sure.
Italian Family Pizza, my man.
Woo!
So good. That's probably my actual number one.
Now, you're talking about when it was located in Pioneer Square?
Yes, but I've been at their new location too.
First Hill.
Amazing. Same people. Basically the same people.
They just moved shops. They had to leave Pioneer Square.
It makes sense. Like, it must be so much cheaper and still crazy expensive to have the location they have now. First Hill.
I'm really worried about. I was actually just thinking about them a few days ago, and fuck, I don't even know if they're still open with COVID going on. I would assume
Italian Family.
Yeah, because it really is just that dude's family.
Yeah, I really hope so. You would hope
with his grandmother's meatball recipe.
You would hope their I love their white pie. That's actually the one I love the most.
Really?
So it's like I love all their pizza, but the white pie is what I'm going for. Second favorite pizza you introduced me to. Goddamn, I believe Magnolia. Oh my god, that their pepperoni and just their straight up cheese was like heaven. Two different styles tied for first place for me.
See, they are that perfect. If you're gonna get heavy toppings, then you got to figure out how it gets down and dirty and greasy. They're like that great street greasy slice.
Just like me. You can call me that for the rest of my life, by the way. Straight greasy slice. Aaron, as far as I know, the Bruins are up 63-52.
Yeah, I just went to commercial break, so I don't know the score.
This has been a pretty it's BYU is clearly good enough to stick with them, but you got to give it to UCLA. It's been a dominant showing, and this is their second game already because they had to play that extra game. It's fucking rad, man. I'm proud of my little Pac-12 babies.
Yeah,
I really am. Getting fouled? Yeah. Bill Walton is flipping over a couch, punching through a window, chomping down on like handfuls of mushrooms.
Do you think he's watching?
Oh, you kidding me? Because this is his alma mater. This is his team. He would watch it. His Pac-12 Final Four predictions, don't you?
No.
Bill Walton said this is his Final Four. He said USC, UCLA, Oregon State, Colorado, and Oregon. So his Final Four is 5 Pac-12 teams, even though it's technically impossible that they could even all get in because they would play before then. But that's his Final Four. And right now, he ain't wrong. They're all still in it.
Yeah.
It may be technically impossible for it to happen, but it may happen. I'm just proud of this UCLA team, I got to say. I'm glad to see good old Johnny is doing well.
Yeah, for sure. What number is he?
He's number 3.
3.
Not the big white number 3, the smaller white number 3. I don't even know if he's white. But I mean, when I'm talking about BYU's, dude, like that guy is as white as anything can be white. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, right now I'm seeing 63-52 on the score. And yeah, Johnny is leading at 24 points. Jaime Hawkeyes, 12 points. Jules Bernard, 15 points. And that's all you need. They got 3 players really killing it.
Did Gonzaga break a hundo? I didn't even see. Their game was
just under 100.
Bummer. Oh, well.
Didn't you say you put $1,000 on them breaking 100?
No.
Oh, good. Good thing you didn't say that. I love it. I love the goddamn Pac-12, the Conference of Champions. No truck stops here. Aaron, you ever been in the deserts of Arizona tripping on peyote?
Yes.
Aaron, it's Aaron, right?
Yes.
Aaron, when you get a UCLA Bruin matched against a BY Cougar, of course the Bruins are going to run downhill because they want that fish. Rawr,
yep.
Rawr, Conference of Champions.
Yep.
Because as we know, Virginia got fucked the other night.
Yeah. Oh.
Gotta add that to the
man.
repertoire now.
63-52.
Hell yeah.
Comes right out of commercial break with a big old brick from UCLA's number 3.
Aaron, I'm gonna be
but he makes the second.
I'm gonna be so goddamn embarrassed if we're the first Pac-12 team to lose. It's gonna be embarrassing.
I mean, it also wouldn't be surprising. We haven't even gotten to play. Everybody else is pretty warm. Or are they a little worn? I don't know.
Aaron, I like that wordplay.
It's a thin line that, as I get older, it's just harder to remember what it was like to be 20 and like just able to rebound from anything.
I was never able to do that even when I was 20.
Oh, what happened?
Was
your heart too big for your body?
Probably. Actually, I have no hops. I can jump about 2 inches up in the air.
Oh, no, I mean like
prime.
injury. Like you rebound from like you get hurt and then you're like, 3 days later, like, who cares?
I do get injured almost every time I attempt to play a little basketball game. So yeah, that probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, literally jumping, I'll be like, my leg won't heal for that for about a week and a half.
I remember the moment when jumping on a trampoline made my spine feel the compression and just being like, well, that knocks off a lot of things I can't do anymore.
Yeah, too old for that.
Yep.
That's like, when's the last time you were on a Razor scooter?
Yesterday.
No way, that's not true, is it? That'd be so funny.
Dog. I shred on those.
You do look like someone who would regularly be on a Razor scooter right now. But
I've never been on one.
They're
maybe
built
as a joke when my cousins were really little, but I've never actually been on one.
At your height, your knee would explode into a million pieces the second you attempted to ride one of those.
Well, they have a telescoping.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
why though?
it does not go high enough, and so it ends up you're kind of like crouching over, and all the pressure is just on your knee. And
Awesome.
just as an adult, and once you get like bigger and
Holding that
way,
position.
yeah, it is like, oh yeah, this is for a child's knee, basically.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
I
just
will
me.
tell you, at some point, the Lime bikes and all that stuff, they're supposed to be introducing a scooter here.
Oh yeah,
and the little electric ones, stand
They
up
have that in
electric, and I'm
Portland.
like, give me that. I want to play.
They have a ton of those in Portland, and from what I hear, it's like as you could guess, it would go. A shit ton of people get injured on them.
Oh yeah,
because it's a motorized scooter.
Yeah,
and a lot of people are probably doing it. It's like, well, I'm too drunk to drive home, so I'm gonna.
And they're also being really silly, and then you forget that. Oh wait, loose gravel. Oops.
Yeah, it's like, well, of course I didn't bring a helmet because I wasn't planning on being on the scooter.
Yeah. I think, you walk into those situations fully aware that you might bust your ass. Now, I have heard of like freak accidents because there's a certain radius that those things, like when the scooter gets far enough away from some kind of hub, it will just shut off, or it's like brakes will lock up.
That'd be nice.
And I have heard nightmare stories of people in San Francisco going down a San Francisco hill, and then all of a sudden, after one block, it's just like, oh, no longer in the radius of this place, brake lock, and then it just sends these people down the hill.
Because of course it
face
would.
first, asphalt.
That is not face first, asshole.
Asphalt.
I think he's an asshole.
No, asphalt.
Well, speaking of face first, asshole, UCLA, as far as I'm concerned, is up 66-54.
As far as I'm concerned, it's 68-54.
Ooh, boy.
I think it's 68 to 56.
West Coast, best coast. You kidding me? Beavers, please keep this going. Beat OSU tomorrow. That should be a very interesting game to watch.
Should we go live?
No, I only got enough energy for Ducks. Yeah.
When do you think we're going to get announced the time?
You would hope soon. I'll tweet it as soon as we get in.
You'd think they'd already know,
right? Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
It's like you knew one of these seeds and one of these seeds was going to play. Like, why do you need? I don't know. Maybe it's like to deal all the contracts with the television networks. I don't even know.
I was just about to say it's the money part of it. They're like, once it depends on who those two teams are. The better the two teams, the better the station, which changes your whole commercial package, of who you're going to buy.
And the combo of the teams. If it's like, oh, everyone wants to see these two teams fight.
I would love to watch a documentary that is the behind the scenes, just how the March Madness is put together.
That would be great.
Like, all these things that we're just talking about, theorizing of like, well, maybe it's because of this. It's like, I'd love to watch a documentary that just tells me why.
Footage of Charles Barkley falling asleep in his trailer. That's what I want.
Is that a thing?
Probably. It's Charles Barkley. He looks like a man that takes a lot of naps.
Rude.
UCLA, I'm loving ya. I feel like Bill Walton over here. I'm just on top of the moon. Tiger Campbell, have yourself a day. Leading that offense. Best hair in the biz. I'm loving it all. And I love being BYU.
You sound like Bill Walton and his hair club for men.
Yeah, no joke.
Unbelievable.
Well, I like Hame too. Hame Hawkeyes.
Man, I wish the UCLA coach would put his mask on so you can see him as a turtle, but he just has it around his chin.
Dude, he looks like a turtle no matter what he does. Pac-12 After Dark, that's why we got our shades on, baby. Just so everyone knows.
Oh, I was about to say, did somebody ask?
No, just letting everyone know. I'm sure someone knows.
Oh, do you not have any more stats? Game stats for this game?
For this game?
Weren't you just spitting out some game stats?
Not many. Okay, let's see what this. Nothing wrong with
Wow,
maps.
Abilene.
Oh shit! I've been outed. Touche.
Yeah,
touche.
I know. There's been many moments,
Mm-hmm.
not moments, but many scheduled recording dates.
Oh no!
That
Aaron,
end up.
Don't you out me? Don't you out me?
Maybe not
jerk.
starting exactly when all parties agreed.
Oh boy!
In varying times of day.
Aaron, this game, 68-57. You're probably done with the game by now. I imagine.
68-58.
How much time?
Minute 16.
Oh, just end this.
Abilene up by 1 over Texas.
You gotta love a 14 seed winning it. That's so rad.
37-36. What a that game's probably just a trudge, whatever.
Yeah,
the word
Texas
is.
sucks. That's for sure. I'm surprised you didn't have them going further just because you're Texas roots.
I just don't know anything about basketball.
Well, apparently you do. Well, I don't think you went with Abilene.
I didn't really ever care about UT whenever I was in Austin, though, either.
Mm.
You know, it was the school, and there was only a few venues to, play at around the school. There was one Thai restaurant just north of the school that was mwah.
Mm.
And for the longest time, you'd have to go north of the school to get to this really great record store, which ended up moving south of the river. Anyway,
our listeners are loving it.
Yeah. If you've ever been to Austin or know it's the way it works, then you understand what I'm saying.
Let's see where we're at. Has UCLA, are they done yet? Let's see.
No.
I really want to see where the Quack-12 group is after this because I think some things are going to be.
Oh, we have to do a breakdown after the game is over.
Mm-hmm. We won't know the Texas, but I doubt many people have.
8, 1 minute, 14 seconds. It's some kind of big review going on.
At the end of a game. Annoying.
They've lit up the official review.
My for reals, the one I took more seriously, I'm still tied for 9th, so whatever.
What are you talking about?
My other bracket, I'm down by 20 points.
Why do you think you made your Quack-12 one more jokey?
Because this is why. Quack-12, I wanted to be just a complete homer. Ducks versus Beavers, that's fun.
That's all I could. That's the best I can do.
I think you chose Ohio State too because I hate Ohio State, and you were like, "Oh, that'd be perfect." Like Oregon versus Ohio State, and then Oregon.
I picked Ohio State because I thought I remembered you saying a few weeks ago that they were very good.
They're at least good. Yeah, I still think they're good. They just lost to Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
But God was on their side, so who's to say? In my Addicted to Quack one, I really wanted to rub in the faces of everyone who.
Bless you.
Oral Roberts got me. Oh, he's possessing me. I just wanted to rub it in the faces of all the Addicted to Quack people that I got it right, which I'm not doing bad. I'm only 20 behind first place, so we'll see. I need Alabama to win it all, which sucks that I picked a route that makes it so I have to root for Alabama, but whatever.
Yeah.
I got Alabama and Baylor in the title game.
Wow.
Baylor, another Texas religious school.
Dude, and Baylor, I know, is good.
Baylor's good.
And would you like to know how I know this?
How's that?
My grandmother.
Rest in peace.
No, very much alive, very much a fan. Because as you know, my father and his family, that side of the family, are from Waco.
Oh.
And so she watches the games. She loves it.
They were part of the Waco, Texas thing, right? That's what you always say.
Well, they instigated it, but they weren't a part of it.
They set it all up, but then they knew things was going down.
No, it was my grandfather that tipped off the FBI.
That's not true, is it?
Yeah.
It's true. Wow. He's like, he started.
No, of course it's not.
He
true.
started the religion like he was the number 2 guy, but
Yeah.
then at the last second, he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna call the FBI.
See, but also, it's kind of messed up because if my memory is correct, it didn't really actually take place in Waco. It took place, I believe, in Crawford. But where the fuck is Crawford? So it became Waco. I could be wrong.
That's kind of doing them dirty, that's for sure.
But I mean, as a kid, I remember it all happening, and it was just like these weirdos out there, whatever. And then one day it was like, holy crap, the army came in and took them out. And then it was like, oh, wow, they had guns in there? Like, what was going on?
Well, I'm glad you weren't there as a baby.
It was a big time. It was a big time of don't ask, don't tell.
It appears, that's a different thing, but it appears that our UCLA Bruins are victorious. Could not be more excited. I mean, I could be more excited. The Ducks could also have won, but whatever. Very excited to see them take on whoever the hell they're taking on. I believe we said, I don't know, actually. We'll see. I'm sure they'll tell us. As an 11th seed, I mean, they're a good 11 seed. I'll give them that at least. They're in a pretty good spot, and they really lucked out with BYU as a 6th seed. I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah.
They had a double-digit lead almost this entire game, it seemed like.
I'm trying to find out if it was actually in the Waco city limits proper.
I don't know. And this game. And this game. That being said, I'm also going to throw on. We're not going to cover it all because I'm feeling. I got to keep my energy up for eventual Oregon. All right. But I've got.
It wasn't in Waco, but it also wasn't. It was just in a complete. It was in just a random little shithole town.
The town you grew up in, though, right?
No, that is one of those, though. The one I grew up in is also one of those.
Abilene. My word.
I believe in Abilene.
Up by 5.
So wait, do you know for sure that the UCLA game is over?
I mean,
I still have 30 seconds left. Or are you just saying it's over? There's nothing.
They can't come back. Right?
Yeah. It looks like we're going to end the game with maybe 74 points. We're running it up. 18 seconds left. And they foul just to trudge the game out further for some reason.
Am I right? It's just boring as hell.
Yeah.
I'm already watching Abilene on Sling.
You've already switched over.
Yeah. Well, I've got the score up here.
That's the issue with not being able to be synced, is that it makes certain parties not feel dedicated to the watch along.
I got it here. Don't relax. All right. I got it here. I'm watching UCLA. I'm just behind you. So I'm getting all the good stuff, you know.
It's lame that you're behind me.
Is it over yet?
No.
God damn. I just got to the 18-second mark. That's how far back. Paramount Plus, you get a Paramount minus from me. That's my review.
Well, come on. They're a third-party streaming service. Of course, it's going to be super far behind.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it. And the quality, how does it look? The compression must be insane.
No, actually, I think the quality looks good.
Okay.
And there's
game over. 73-62.
73-62. Way to go, Bruins.
Finally.
Way to go, Bruins. So, I mean, we've talked endlessly about. There's not much more to say. We got to take out Iowa. Hopefully, that's going to be a hell of a game, Aaron. Hell of a game.
We're going to do a quick bracket recap update. Is that right?
I will. Now that the UCLA game, there's only one game left, and I don't think anyone predicted Abilene winning, so I don't think it's going to affect the Quack-12 bracket much, but we'll look into it right now. So, as far as the leaders are concerned for the Quack-12 bracket challenge, number 1 is still Conrail. Conrail has 240 points.
Okay.
They're just absolutely killing it. Of course, they got Gonzaga in there. They actually went with Missouri. That was one of their biggest upsets. But, I mean, dear Lord, they called Ohio wing. That is not Ohio State. They called Ohio, Miami, Ohio winning. That's a major upset. Major props to Conrail. That being said,
Miami, Ohio.
Miami, it is very weird. There is a Miami, Ohio. And it's very strange.
Yeah.
Now,
very.
Okay. ESPN fan, you should have got a better name, but whatever. ESPN fan is also tied.
Like it is. Truth to power.
Okay. ESPN fan is also tied with Conrail and didn't call. They thought Virginia was going to win, but they've made some pretty fun upset wins. I got to say, for example, they said Colorado's going to win. That's not an upset, I suppose. But they called out. Actually, no, they've just been pretty. They've missed on all the upsets, but have gotten everything else right. And so that's the reason why they're tied.
Yep.
Behind them, we've got 4 players tied in third place. I'm talking D's Almonds, aka Dougie Fresh.
Yep.
Chris Stinky's Choices, who is last Quack-12 brackets winner, going for the back-to-back. Going for the back-to-back. Huge pressure there. Only 10 points. 10 points behind first place. So she's right there. Amazing work. Who knows? Questionable Choices, ironically, is tied for third place. So that's still good. Herd Fan tied for third. And then after that, a whole bunch of people share tied for 7th, aka tied for third, kind of. It's a weird, whatever. Whole bunch of people tied for 7th, including
you.
Aaron, you're going to love this.
Me.
You're going to love this, Aaron. My bracket and your bracket are tied right now. 220 points each. We are both goddamn tied. I love it right now.
Just with each other alone?
We're tied with a bunch of other people.
Okay, we're inside that big group.
We could still win it all. It's the funny thing. Like either of us, we're still in the high enough percentile. We could definitely win it.
If everybody's wrong, it's just a matter of who was most right.
Exactly. Right now, I believe I'm just going to double check. Both of us have Texas winning, so we'll see how that. I mean, it's 43-40 right now. Texas is trailing, but anything could happen. Aaron, you and I are tied. That is awesome. What do you have to say?
While.
You got any shit talk for me? Because you ain't gonna win.
No, I'm excited. I think I want us to stay tied the whole way and then fall off together.
Aaron, you should call me Wario because I'm gonna win.
It's me, a Mario. Because I'm wearing red.
Yeah, I'm actually more of a Luigi right now.
Yeah,
I would say we have that kind of energy. I mean, you're taller than me, but
dude, we would be the coolest Mario and Luigi. Now that I'm looking at you, I can't not see it.
I'm gonna win.
All I see is 2 very weird renditions of Mario and Luigi. This is awesome.
It is awesome.
What a
My
gift
friend
this gave me.
It didn't feel right almost because we weren't talking about a goddamn duck game, and that blows. But let's at least be happy. All right, be happy that the Ducks didn't have to cancel the game. Like our hearts to VCU Rams. That sucks.
When you broke the news, that's what I thought was coming out of your mouth.
I called you, and I typically don't call you unless I screwed up or something big is happening.
Yeah, it's always something big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank God, though. Honestly, yeah.
I will tell you this.
What's that?
Because of the infrequency of your calling me, it immediately lets me know that if you are calling me, something is up.
Yeah,
exactly. Something has happened. And I immediately am always like, worst case scenario.
And it was sad because you picked up the phone and you were like, man, I am hyped. I am ready to go. I'm ready to watch some ball. I'm going to get fucked up. Yeah, but
I didn't say any of those things.
Hey, dog, I will get so.
I was like this, bro. Oh, bro.
I was fucking at the gym without a mask all day, just pumping iron,
coughing on people. It was hilarious.
People tried to get me to put on a mask, but I don't believe in that shit. I'm Aaron Schroeder. I can't wait to fucking watch the shit, bro. And I was like, Aaron, you gotta be more responsible, first of all. Also,
well,
Ducks
you
ain't
can
playing.
definitely assume that if I'm speaking in the third person, I must be off my medication.
Yeah, clearly you are. Put back up just so that people can see the Aaron background, because that is a truly great one. It scared me a little bit too much.
No, I think I don't have my real glasses on, so this is actually kind of hard.
Great job with the green screen, by the way. I love it.
Dude.
It's gonna be a staple.
I just had to have it. I had to have it.
Show. That's so good.
You know, it's like something, I forget even why, but it was, I feel like it was specifically this. And then I sold myself more because I was like, I've always wanted one. And if I have one, then there really are a bunch of little stupid video things that I just like making. And I was like, I'll get to make them. So that'd be fun. And so this one is 6 feet by 9 feet. And I have another one on the way that's 10 feet by 20 feet.
So you can be like full body, like.
Exactly. I'm going to like put this one on the floor upstairs and then wrap. Like I'm going to make a space and then just think of stuff to do.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to throw you into some public domain movies.
Yes.
Find some old kaiju movies and get you in there as like, ah!
Dude, that's perfect.
You know what I've realized just looking at our setup right now? I need to do something with this right here, this area.
Well, you had it fixed, which was that it was just a camera angle situation because you're so low.
Yeah. Well, I like it. Is this better?
Oh my God. Yeah. See, and then
what
look,
I should have been doing.
The whole duck. It's mucho bene.
Mucho bene.
I don't even know if that's real.
I don't think so. I think you
that's
insulted
awesome.
All of our Italian listeners. I like this, but then I like the stuff at the top. I gotta find the perfect. I'll redecorate it. Don't worry, listeners. It'll
maybe make the tasseling be on the sides rather than the top somehow.
Oh, on the side, so it's like popping out because this is
exactly.
too low. The best. Is this the perfect angle right here?
Well, the duck should also be more over here. You know,
so I like having the duck right here. So
yeah, it looks like you have the arms.
I can go like this. Like, look at this guy.
Laid back.
Anyways, it's been a fun stream, Aaron. I think we're at the end of it, right? I mean, what else we got? I don't need to discuss this whole. I hope Texas gets upset just because it's a fun story and it doesn't hurt my bracket too bad.
Yeah, I don't really mind.
Yeah. Well, Aaron. We will be seeing each other sometime on Monday for both the men's and women's basketball games.
What time is the women's at again? 7
p.m.
Right.
for the women's. Don't know
on
the
Monday
men's yet. Apparently, the people apparently we could do it better. See, this is actually the perfect angle. I'm just looking at this. This shit's good.
Nailed it.
Solid. Nailed it. That being said, okay, friends. Thanks for tuning in again. We will be back on Monday for both games. Thank you, Sedona Prince. Thank you, Pac-12. Thank you, Conference and Mother Gaia. May all of you eat many mushrooms and truck stop of champions. Yes. I'm going to play the video out because I love it so much. Go Ducks. And Aaron, you got anything?
Go Ducks! How's this going?
Quack.